Welcome. Welcome to yoga at the end of the day. It's nice to start your day with yoga. It's nice to interject your day with yoga if you can. And it's nice to come to the mat and to end your day with yoga. So it's just a nice ritual so you can begin to ease into your evening and really enjoy your evening. You can be in a clear headspace to be with your family or your friends and just to let the day go. So it's almost like just kind of washing the day off of you, like taking a nice shower. So we're going to begin standing. If you need any tools, grab a block or some books, a towel, or or beach if you have a little blanket to roll up later on if you need. If you like music during your sequence, I am on Spotify under Karina Longworth, and the sequence would be yoga to end the day. So we're going to begin just standing. Like wiggle your toes. We're going to be hip socket distance apart, and just allow the earth to kind of cradle your feet, to sense that energy coming up through the ground. And then anything that seems to be weighing heavy when you start getting up to the shoulders and the neck and the face, just even kind of shrug it off and let it go. Shake out through the head. And begin to stand a little taller as you root down through the feet, slight bend into the legs, arms. The shoulders roll back, the fingertips can reach down to the ground. And kind of washing away. Inhale, let the arms reach out. Exhale, bend the elbows, open up through your heart. Your chest reaches up, the hips come forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, coming into half, shoulders back and down. Exhale, fold, letting everything fall off your shoulders. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart up to the sky, being grateful for the beautiful day. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the heart. Gonna add on. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Really resting your chest on. You can pedal through your legs here, bending one knee a lot. Bending through the knees, getting into the hips. And then inhale, come back up through half. Plant the hands down onto the floor. Step back 1 foot at a time to your plank. Allow the knees to come down. Shoulders are going to come over the fingertips. Bend the elbows, lower all the way down to the mat. Swing the arms back behind you, shoulders back, reach out through the toes. Lift the legs up off the mat. And then exhale, let the hands come back down, shoulders back, elbows point back, engage the belly, press yourself up to a kneeling plank, hips back, child's pose. Inhale, lifting up the hips, come into your first downward facing dog as you curl the toes, lift the knees, pedal through your legs. Again, the hips. And we have a tendency to shut down after having a long, busy day. Allow yourself to, any energy to roll through the body. And then bending the knees a lot, look between the hands, step the feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, let's step the left foot back. Come down to the left knee. Inhale, rise, kneeling crescent. Reach up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, runner's lunge. Good, root down through that big toe all the way to the pinky toe. That left heel reaches up to the sky. Pull the belly in, lengthen through the spine. Come down to the left knee, left hand comes down, open the right arm, open the torso to the right. Little rotation here, so take your time, move, breath for movement. And then exhale, right hand comes down, curl the back toes, lift the back knee back through runner's lunge. Step the right foot back to plank, shoulders over the fingertips, your chaturanga lower down. Inhale, you can go to high cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog.
Exhale, bend the knees, step or float, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, step the right foot back. And come down to that right knee, top of the right foot. Inhale, lift up. Open up through the hearts. Exhale, hands come down. Plant the right hand, open the torso to the left. Left arm can reach up. Exhale, left hand comes down. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, runner's lunge. Step the left foot back. And shoulders over the fingertips. Lower down carefully. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, down, down. Keeping the connection to the breath and to the movement and to your time here on the mat. End your day on your terms. Exhale, bend the knees, step or float your feet, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Good, let your hands come down, heart center to your chest. And then allow the hands to come down to the hips. And you're gonna widen your feet. Some are pretty wide. Not like super wide, but you have like enough that it's like a little bit of an angle. Toes are forward, hips are forward, shoulders back and down, stand nice and tall. And to squeeze in through your inner thighs and your outer hips, root down through the four corners of your feet. Connect, inhale, and exhale. Good, bring the hands back behind your head, elbows out to the side. Lifting up nice and tall through the spine. On an exhale, you're gonna hinge forward, and then you're gonna gently reach your chest towards your left top of the thigh. So as you gently come over toward that left thigh, keep the elbows open, the chest toward the thigh, slight bend in the elbows, we're not locking. Breathe deep here. Inhale, carefully pressing down through the feet, lifting up, engage the belly, protect the lower back. So it's a pendulum pose. You're gonna hinge halfway down. And then rotate the torso towards your right thigh. Inhale, lifting up. Shoulders back and down, up and down. So we're going to do that one more time. Exhale over to your left. Don't lock behind the knees. Pull the belly and breathe. Inhale, lifting up nice and careful. Engage through the belly. Good, rotate. You're going to hinge halfway first. And then rotate to the right. Carefully inhale, lifting up through the legs, through the core. Inhale, reach all the way up. Good, release the arms out and up. Hands come to the hips. You're gonna bend your knees and you're gonna leave the feet where they are. So keep the knees kind of opening nice and wide. Hips are back, shoulders are back, chest lifted, frontal hip bones come up to the belly. You can take your hand, your forearms, gently rest them onto the thighs. If you need to open up your feet a little bit wider, then do so. Maybe you have some space, you can rock side to side. So we're really gonna be opening up our hips. Because like I said, during the day, we have a tendency to store things and we hold a lot of things in our hips. We're gonna let that go. So nice hip opener, keep bringing those knees, opening them wide, pull the belly in. Hands could come heart center. Good, let the hands come down to the ground. You're gonna straighten the legs, forward fold. The nice forward fold, nice wide forward fold. Inhale, come up through half. Hands come onto the hips. Inhale, lift up through the torso. Heel toe your feet so they come back, hip socket distance apart. Sink the hips back, coming into a chair pose. Reach up through the arms. Frontal hip bones come up. And then we're gonna let the arms come out in front of you. So drop them down just about shoulder height. Pull the belly in like you're holding a big, heavy object in between your hands. Make sure there's space into the neck. Reach back through the legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Plant the hands onto the mat, step back 1 foot at a time to plank. Your vinyasa, lower down. Inhale, your back bend, your low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal through your legs in that down dog. Get into your hips. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Step the right foot forward, top of the mat. Find that runner's lunge, shoulders back, reach up through the back leg. Good, left foot's gonna come forward just a little bit so you have space to come down to that left knee. And you're gonna straighten the right leg, round your torso over the right leg. Hips are gonna stay nice and level. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, put a slight bend into that right knee. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Shoulders back, reach up to the sky, open your throat up to the sky. As you reach back, let the chin lift up. Let the torso come back center, hands are gonna come heart center. You're gonna straighten the right leg, you're gonna pivot the right leg to the left, and you're gonna stand into that nice wide standing pose again. You're gonna press down through the heels and you're gonna squat down, bend the knees, open up through the knees. Good. You can come back to let the forearms rest onto the thighs, or you're gonna reach the arms out in front of you. So think that chair pose. Your feet are wider. Breathe. Good, let the hands come together. You're gonna turn the palms out, gaze is in between the arms, and really reach forward through the clasped hands. As much as you're reaching through the palms of your hands, your hips are reaching back. Knees are opening nice and wide. Lengthen through the spine like tabletop. Inhale, lift up through the torso, arms can come up, start straightening through your legs. Release the hands down to the hips. Pivot the left foot, coming into warrior two. So find that right heel, left heel alignment. Arms are gonna reach up. Exhale, hinge, halfway down. Hands come down to the ground, keep that spine long. Hips come forward. So that right hip's gonna come forward as that left hip comes back. So the hips are nice and square. And then go ahead and round your back over the left thigh. Keep pressing back through the right heel. Inhale, come back up through half on the spine, lengthening. Slight bend in the left knee. Inhale, rise, warrior one, with your left leg forward. Root back through that right heel. Good, allow the hands to come back heart center. You're gonna straighten through that left leg so you can pivot it back to the center. So nice and wide, maybe if you have a little bit more space to open up a little bit more into those hips again, frontal hip bone, sink the hips down, torso's lifted, open up those knees nice and wide. Good, you have space. Good, I want you to hinge forward. I want you to bring the hands back behind you this time. Maybe interlace through the fingers. Reach the clasped hands back. Lengthen through the spine, open up through the hips. Good, inhale, lift up through the torso, release the hands, lift up through the arms, straighten the legs. Good, pivot the right foot back toward the front of the, or towards the right foot towards the top of the mat, and you're gonna come right into a warrior two. So opening up through the hips, front heel, back arch alignment, sink down a little deeper. Yeah, feel that opening. Good, reverse warrior, right arm reaches up and back. Exhale, hands come back to warrior two. Hands come down to the mat and move through your vinyasa. Nice and strong. Got a little bit more energy to burn. You can pump your push-up and then exhale, down, down. Take a moment here, connect, move through your hips. Other side, left leg lifts up. On an exhale, step the left foot forward. Find the runner's lunge, shoulders back and down. Right foot's gonna come down, heel to heel alignment. Straighten that left leg, round your chest, or bring your chest over the left thigh. You're rounding that upper back. And again here, another nice stretch. That left hamstring. Root down through that right leg, right hip forward. Lengthen through the spine. You're stronger here through the torso. Slight bend in the left knee. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Reach up. Open up to the chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands can come heart center, straighten the left leg, pivot it to the right again. Good, stay nice and wide. Your toes are facing the same direction that you are. You're gonna sink the hips down. Crack the knees can be open. Toes are facing forward. Knees open and wide. Good, hinge halfway. Arms are gonna come out front like you're holding something heavy. You can interlace the hands again, reach out through the clasped hands. Breathe. Gaze is down in between the arms.
Yeah, 2:30.
Inhale, lift up. Straighten through the legs, release the arms. Hands can come down to the hips. You're gonna pivot your right foot. Come into warrior one. Hips are forward. Reach up through the arms. Open up. Good, hands are gonna come heart center. You're gonna straighten the right leg, halfway down. And then allow the hands to come down. Round your back over the right thigh. Left hip is gonna reach toward where your right toes are facing. Inhale, lift up halfway. Lift up through the arms, lift up through the torso, warrior one. You can leave the arms up or bring them heart center for your balance. Pivot the right foot. Toes are facing. Good, you're gonna bend the elbows. Torso comes down, knees open up nice and wide. Hands are gonna come back to the hips. You're gonna come halfway down. So think tabletop from hips to shoulders. Hands are gonna come back behind you. You can interlace or just reach them back. And you're holding something heavy above your lower back. Inhale, swing the arms out. Inhale, lift up through the torso, straightening the legs. Open up to warrior two with the left foot leading. And maybe you have a little bit more space to let those feet open up a little bit wider. Good, take command of your breath. And sensation here. Things start creeping up on the day, let it go. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm reaches up. Let them wash away. And then exhale, come back through warrior two, hands down to the mat. Move through your vinyasa, meet downward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal through your legs. Come down to the knees. Step the right foot forward. Shoulders back and down. Left hand comes beneath the shoulder. Open the torso to the right. Right arm reaches up. You can gently open that right knee out to the right a little bit, rolling onto the outer edge of your right foot. So be mindful, you got a rotation happening through the torso. Engage the belly. Good, let the right foot come back all the way down to the floor. Right arm comes down. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, runner's lunge. Step the right foot back, plank. Exhale, down dog. Come down to the knees, step the left foot forward. Nice stretch here, connect to the top of the right foot. Lengthen through the spine, pull the belly in. Right hand comes beneath the shoulder, open the torso to the left. Left knee can open up to the left, so you have a little bit more space through the hips. And you're rolling to the outer edge, pinky edge side of your left foot. And then open up through the torso. Maybe that left arm reaches up and back behind you. Being appreciative of the day. And then exhale, left hand comes down, come down to the left Sole of the foot, curl the back toes, reach out through that back leg, step the left foot back, move through your vinyasa. And then exhale, down dog. Good, come down to the knees. Swing your legs around. Feet in front of you, shoulders back. Reach up through the arms, coming into a boat pose. Lift the feet up off the floor or leave them on. Leave the knees bent or extend your legs out. Good. Okay, let the feet come down to the floor. Hands can come on to the top of the knees just to kind of check in with the lower back, and then we're going to lower all the way down to the mat. Once you lower all the way down, you're going to take right above the right ankle, cross it over the left thigh. So again, here still opening up through our hips. You can stay here or place the block or a book underneath your left foot just for that little bit of a lift. Or lift the foot up all the way off the floor, reach your hands behind the left hamstring, and gently pull the left leg in. You can have the right shin pressing into the right inner thigh. Keep a nice flex into that right foot. And then option two, you can always lift up through, straighten through the left leg. Well, it feels good here. Your time on the mat. You're calling the shots. I'm just suggesting. Good, if you're holding on behind the left hamstring, let the left heel, release that, let the left heel come to the floor. Leave the right ankle crossed over the left thigh, where you're gently just going to guide the legs over to the right. So gently coming over, hands can be onto the hips, lower back, checking in. If that's too much on that left hip, let the right foot come to the floor. And so find that place, close the eyes a few breaths. That left arm can reach up overhead, or it can come back on the side. Good, nice cleansing breath. Thoughts through the body, energy. Good, gently let the left arm come down if it's lifted. Gently lift up through the legs. Right foot comes to the floor. If your hips probably over to the left a little bit, bring them back center. Left foot, top of the ankle comes over the right thigh. And again here, choosing where you want to go. Such a nice way to end your day with these poses on the mat. So you can be completely present for yourself, for your family. You're not going to be in the past. You're not going to be disconnected because you're connecting to yourself, to your source. So you can be one more breath cycle. And so you can be completely present for your family. Release the right hamstring, let the right heel come down, and then gently guide the legs over to the left. And you move the hip over as you knees. It's a little rotation here, but it's not so much about the lower back here twist. It's more about the right hip. Be mindful of the right knee. That left foot can come to the floor. You have your tools, the blanket or a towel, you can place that underneath your right knee. Again, that right arm can come up overhead. So really allowing your body to unwind, de-stress. That's what keeps us up at night when our mind's going crazy. But here you're able to release any energy, any thoughts, so you can sleep tonight. Good, release the right arm down. Gently lift the hips, left foot to the floor, hips back underneath you. Knees can come in the chest and hug in. Take the feet to the floor. Let the soles of the feet come together. Hands can come on the outside of the thighs. And gently just allowing the hips to open up. Keep pressing the feet into one another. Shoulders roll back. Good, still being present with the breath, being mindful of the breath. You can have your hands onto the thighs or use the blocks or blankets or just support them. And if they are supported and feels okay on the legs, you want to take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And just a few breaths of gratitude for everything that transpired during the day. Being grateful for your time right here. And even sending some gratitude to your future for your evening you're about to spend. Gently release the hands onto the outer thighs to lift the knees up. Knees come in the chest, tug in. And then allowing the legs to reach out and coming into a comfortable position for your Savasana. And allow this is an important ending to all our sequences. So just find that comfortable place. Allow the shoulders to roll back. Allow the legs to be extended. Staying where you are. If you have that towel and you want to place a towel over your eyes or under your knees. And again, I will send you some Reiki distant healing. Wash away whatever needs to be washed away from your day. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. And release. Slowly begin to bring the attention back to your body.
Begin to breathe a little bit deeper. Wiggle through your fingers and your toes. Take a big stretch, squiggles. Bring the arms up overhead and stretch from the fingertips down the front of the body, out through the toes, and then exhale, just let that go. Put a bend into your knees and guide your body to fetal position. Cradle that whichever side you go on, the right or the left with your arm. Eyes closed. That moment of peace. Moment of gratitude for the movement in the body and for where you are after this day to celebrate the end of the day here. Allow the breath to be long and smooth. Staying in that fetal position, breathing a little deeper. Find yourself in this fetal position, just the ease and the grace and the long breath. Allowing that gratitude to be all through your body. Yoga means to be in perfect tune. Your body, mind, and spirit and the existence are in absolute harmony. When you fine-tune yourself to a point where everything functions so beautifully within you, the best of your abilities will naturally flow out of you. So start the day, end the day in that perfect alignment. When you're ready, slowly, carefully bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Rooting down a little deeper through the sit bones, shoulders back, chest open. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms come together. Exhale, thumbs to the heart center. Bowing down to the heart center. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for choosing yoga at the end of the day with me. May the rest of the evening be absolutely wonderful. Much love from me to you.